he tangata, he wahine, he tangata. I he wā Māori o. Tuatahi māku, ka timata hau i ngā whakaaro nui ki te runga rawa. Nā nei te timatanga me te whakootinga o ngā mea kata. E mihi ana ki te whenua e tangi ana ki ngā mate. Ka titiro iho hau ki te taihau auru ki panguru ki papata. E kara e te pāpā e moka. Haere, haere, haere atura. Haere atura koe ki ngā tatau o te rerenga wairua. Haere atura koe ki ngā ringaringa o ngā tūpuna ko tāria he tūru mo. Haere e kara haere atura. Rere atu i ngā whakaaro nui ki ngā mate huhua o te wā. Ki ngā mate o te tau, te marama, o te wiki, o te rānei. Haere i ngā mate, haere. Ko tahi nei te kōrero kia koutou, haere mai. Haere. A pito hono tātai hono te hunga mate ki te hunga mate. A pito hono tātai hono te hunga ora ki te hunga ora. A tēnā koutou kākou. Ka timata hau, aku kōrero kia koutou e aku rangatira. E aku manuhiri, te pānau pānui ko tai ora mai. Tai tapiti mai, tai tata mai. Ko te mana koe ko tai ora mai koutou. Raro i te tuanui o tō tātou nei whare tēnā aku. Ko tā mai koutou i raro i te korowai o parihaka ki uta. I raro i hoi te korowai nui o manaia ki tai. Ka reira ka tū nei te whare ki te tuku te reo pōhiri kia koutou. No mai, haere mai, whakatau mai. Rere atu i ngā whakaaro nui kia koe taku rangatira e Mariamina. Nā wano kua kuhu atu te reo o te taitoke rau, te pāre mata. Whawhai tonu ana ki ngā ture o ngā mokopuna te ta. Arera hari ana mātou, te mai maari ana mātou. Ko tira kia tātou katoa tēnā rau atu kau. Hoki mai ngā rarangi kōrero kia koutou e aku pau, e aku rangatira. Kia koutou e mau ana ko ngā whāinga o te taitoke rau, te reo o te taitoke rau tēnā koutou. Ka hari ka kō ana taku ngā kau, kia mau mai tēnei mahi mō ngā whakaritenga, kia haka timata i ngā tō tātou wānanga i tēnei rā, mā ngā waihanga o ngā tūpuna, tēnā koutou. Te hāpai o tēnā rau atu koutou. Pai muri ake te upoko ko te tinana me ngā ringaringa. Tēnā rau atu koutou e aku rangatira hoki. Pākua anō nei te maringa nui, ki te hakakau e tēnei mahi, tēnā koutou katu. Nā reira i te whare, he roa nei, he piki ngā kaupapa kei mui a tātou, e rangi me tūau ki te whakarite i ngā waihanga a rātou. Nō reira, kuri noa, tēnā koutou, a tēnā tātou katoa.
Karanga karanga ranga wai a tā whānau e.
Ia te rito te hara ke hea e ko mako e ko. Ara tai rangi te are ki utare ki ta. Nau ki mai, e aha te mea nui, maku e ki atu, he tangata, he tangata. Anō rere te pare, me whakakapia hau i ngā whakaaro i kone, whakaaro nui ana ki te kaupapa rongo nui ki tāheke e tēnei rā. Ki reira e rātou e wānanga tahi e pāna ki te oranga tonutanga o tātou katoa. Ko te raonga kupu, ko te kai o te rangatira, ko te kōrero. Aini ake nei me whakarongo ake tātou ki tau o ngā kōrero. E rangi ko te mahi o te rangatira hei manaki. Tarawhiua tātou Māori tau.
Ke tuake tēnei ki te whakahoki i ngā mihi, i runga anō i ngā tini āhuatanga o rātou mā. He nei te reo o te aupauri, he nei te reo o ngai takoto, he nei te reo o te hiku o te ika, Ngāti Kuri, te rarawa, Ngāti Kahu, whakatau mai rā. I ngā tini kārangatanga maha, ko tau mai ki raro I te whare I tēnei rā. Te marumaru o tēnei whare. E tia ki nei, I ngā ohaki o rātou mā, me ngā wawata o ngā rā kei te haere mai. Ka whakaaro ki a rātou mā, ko whetu rangitia. Ko moka puru tērā. E takoto mai anga. I tana takoto ranga, tapu. I tana marae. I te raki o hokianga I tēnei wā. Ka whakaaro ki ngā waihotanga iho o te rāreanga. Nō reira, te hunga wairua ki te hunga wairua. Tātou te hunga ora ki a tātou. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Te kaikarakia tēnā koe. Tēnā koe I tō mahi rangatira ki te hāpai. I te tika, me te pono. Hei timata I tēnei hui. E hara I te hui noi honei, he nui ngā kaupapa. Nō reira, ka kapi aku kōrero I konei, engari ka mihi a hau ki a koe tui. Ka mihi a hau ki a koe, ka mihi a hau ki ngā kauenga, me ngā āheinga I oti I a koe I roto, I a koe e kawe ana I te pōtai, e mau ana I te pōtai o te hea mana. Weno ko te kōrero ki a tātou, kia kaha, kia maia, kia manawanu. Ka mihi hoki a hau ki ngā kai kaunihera katoa. Ka mihi hoki a hau ki te kai whakahaere. Ka mihi hoki a hau ki te hāpaio. O tātou I tēnei rā. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
He kua Maranga ko tai te manui tau atu ki te tāpuna tau atu e.
Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai anō tātou. Ko tā tēnei tā.
Tātou. If there's no further mihi, me haere tonu te kaupapa. Our next on item 3 is apologies. We're all here today, so no apologies. We can move forward into the declarations of interest. Item 4, any declarations from elected members? If none, as you know, you can raise them during the meeting. Otherwise, we will move forward. At this point, I would like to move a supplementary item on the revision of my letter of resignation. There's some logistical matters there, so the timing of it is best to be once the new process is kicked into place. So I'm moving it. Joe is seconding it. Thank you. The recommendation is that council notes the resignation as per the supplementary item. All in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? Carried. Thank you. Now I will read my chair's report. It's in English. I'll be giving it verbally. I'm not seeking any motion to have it recorded or accepted as almost the meeting, but I'm going to give it as is my right as chair. I sit before you today with a heart full of gratitude and a deep sense of fulfilment as I reflect on the incredible journey we have shared as stewards of Northland's precious resources. Today makes a bittersweet moment for me as I bid farewell to the role of chair. When I accepted the responsibility of this position, I made a solemn commitment to prioritise the creation of safe spaces for all voices. I wanted to embrace the diversity of thought, the richness of our heritage, and the wisdom that comes from listening to every voice in our community. As an Indigenous wahine, I come from a wellspring of knowledge that transcends generations. The insights of my elders have been my guiding light, reminding me of the importance of stewardship, of understanding that our actions today echo through the ages. Through their teachings, I have come to appreciate the delicate balance required to sustain not only our environment, but also the intricate web of relationships that define our community. Through my extensive work for Pacific Island nations lobbying in the halls of the United Nations on climate, biodiversity and rights, I learnt many things, including that the global challenges we face often demand collaborative solutions that extend beyond borders. These experiences underscored the importance of unity and collaboration not only within our region, but on a national and global scale. Together, let us forge a path forward that honours our traditions, protects our environment, and fosters a legacy of prosperity of our region. Today, as I step down, I am proud to say that we have taken significant strides in this direction. We have worked tirelessly to amplify the voices of our Indigenous communities, creating opportunities where their wisdom, traditions, and aspirations are not just heard, but are woven into the very fabric of our decision-making processes. In advancing Te Reo Māori, we have embraced a holistic approach that recognises the interconnectedness of all things. The principles of kaitiakitanga and rangatiratanga have guided our decisions, emphasising our responsibility to protect and nurture the land, water and air for future generations. We have made strides in incorporating Te Reo Māori into our operations, recognising its importance as a living language that carries the essence of our cultural identity. Before I conclude my time as chair, I feel it is crucial to address a challenging chapter that unfolded during my tenure. It is no secret that the winds of change often bring with them discord and disagreement. As your chair, I navigated tumultuous waters where, regrettably, the call for change took on a more contentious form. There were those among us who sought to depose me, believing a change in the beloved region. The potential consequences of a power struggle threatened to launch us into a war, not a physical conflict, but a war of ideologies that could fracture the very foundation we stand upon. In recognising the delicate balance we maintain, I made the difficult decision to stand down, not as an act of surrender, but as a commitment to the greater good. It was a choice driven by the imperative to avoid internal strife that could divert our attention from the essential task at hand, rebuilding and refortifying our beloved region. The decision to step aside was not an easy one. However, it is my testament to my unwavering dedication I hold for the prosperity and unity of this region. In choosing to step aside, I hope to pave the way for a smoother transition, allowing the focus to shift back to the critical work of nurturing and sustaining the Northland we all hold dear. As I pass the mandate to my successor, I implore you all to unite in purpose, setting aside differences for the greater good. In times of change, unity becomes our greatest asset. Let us not forget the resilience that defines us as Northlanders. Together, we can weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our incredible staff, our community partners, and each and every person who has contributed to our shared vision. Together, we have laid the foundation for a Northland that cherishes its past, embraces its present, and fearlessly steps into the future. Nā reira, hure no te whare, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, kia ora manu tātou.
Kia ora tui.
As I said,
Ripe ka ki au, ia o mai, nā roto I te pō. Hei kona au, titiro atu ai, ora mage. Hei au e no ai, pakaria mai, o ripe ka ki au, ia o ai. Tā roto I te pō. Hei kona au, titiro atu ai. Ora mate, hei au, koe no ai.
Okay, moving forward on the agenda, I am asking to move forward 5.3 to item 5.3, which is the consideration to remove and replace the deputy chair. I'd like to move that forward now, and then moving on from there, we will let somebody independent.
Point of order,
Somebody
Madam Chair.
independent.
Is there to be a mover and seconder for receiving the chair's report?
Point of order, Marty. Would you like me to finish? Would I? Had I finished speaking?
We haven't finished completing the chair's report, Madam.
I said that I had no need for it to be moved or passed. So I have the right to move it verbally.
Thank you.
Is that clear now? Okay, we're moving on to 5.3. Consideration to remove.
A point of order, Madam Chair.
Right.
This hasn't been signalled that we're going to reverse the order of 5.2, 5.3.
I'm putting
Can
it
you
on
give me a
the
reason?
now, Jack.
Let's vote on it then.
If any of you would let me speak, that is what my proposal is going to be. Okay. So my suggestion is that we're moving 5.3 forward, which is on the agenda. And I'm going to move that. Do I have a seconder?
Ai,
Thank you, Lucas. All right, we can go to a vote if need be, whether or not this is simply to hear this item now. And then what we will be doing is fairly electing somebody else to carry out the vote. Oh, well, I was being generous, but it seems that legally I don't need to. I don't need to ask for your vote, Jack. Okay, is that clear? Would you like Chris to
Yes.
Yes,
give
please.
you the part?
Well, it's highly irregular, so I'd just like to know why we're doing it.
It's highly irregular to move agenda items around.
Well, without discussion, but anyway, let's have the.
Oh, we can talk about everything now if that's what you'd like, Jack. Through you, Madam Chair.
I have no objection.
Let's go
Well, I
with
have no objection either.
There's nothing in standing orders about moving items around. There's about motions expressed in part. So in saying that, the chair has the default about how she wishes to run the meeting.
Thank you.
great. Thank you,
That settles
Chris.
that thing, doesn't it, Jack?
All right, so let's go into 5.3. I will hear, first we're going to consider recommendations 1 and 2, that the report be received and that the council remove Councillor Craw from the position of Deputy Chair of the Northern Regional Council. I'm happy to move that.
I'll second that.
Madam Chair, can we hear those? Can we have those recommendations individually, please?
Yes, you have every right to ask for it. 1, that the report be received. I'll move that. Do I have a seconder?
Aye.
Peter Lucas. All in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against?
Thanks.
1, 2, 3. Would you like that recorded?
Yes.
Please.
4, Rick, Amy, Marty and Jack. Opposed that the report be received. Recommendation 2, the council remove Councillor Craw from the position of Deputy Chair of the Northern Regional Council.
Oh, moved.
Joe will move that.
Atato kua hau I te mōtini.
Peter Lucas seconds. All in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against?
Thanks.
May it be shown that Jack, Rick, Amy and Marty oppose. Thank
May it be
you.
recorded, please.
I believe I just said that, Jack.
Okay.
We're going to park the further recommendations on this one until later on.
Chair, in this case, you do actually need a mover and a seconder because it is a procedural motion. So I understand that the recommendation is that recommendations 3 and 4 lie on the table until item 5.2, election of chair, has been completed. That's correct.
Yes, I am happy to move that. Do I have a seconder?
Aye.
All in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? Rick. Rick's against not holding doing that. Chris, you got that? Marty's abstaining.
So, just a point of clarity, the chair's resignation took place when we reached item 5.2, which is the election of the chair. She does need to facilitate the process to appoint an interim chair, given that we will not have a chair in place. So the two resolutions that are required are similar to what are in the 5.2. First, council will need to decide which system it wishes to use, system A or system B. The recommendation of staff has always been system A, and then we move into the process of calling for nominations for the interim chair, and declare it as purely for item 5.2 election of chair until we have a chair in place.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move use system recommended by Christine.
System A.
And that John Black will be the interim chair for the moment. Can we take one at a time? Chair?
You may request that, Rick,
Thank you.
as per the
I'd
rules.
like to see first.
Yeah.
Have a discussion, thank you.
Mm.
No, you've got to take item 3 first.
For councillors, please refrain from interrupting other people. If you could just give people a moment to finish as a courtesy, particularly in a formal setting such as this.
So through the chair, we have Councillor Carr has moved system A. We need a seconder and we need to vote on it before we go to nominations.
Well, she can
Chair.
I'm asking.
Are you the chair?
If you'd listen, Rick, you'd hear that Jeff seconded Joe's motion.
Didn't vote on it.
Because you interrupted. We can go on all day like this, but we're going to get through the meeting, people. Okay, so where we are now is that Councillor Joe Carr has moved for the voting process A, option A, and Councillor Jeff Crawford has seconded. All in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? None. Moving on to the who will carry out the process. Did you want to move that?
Yes. I will once again repeat that I move Councillor John Blackwell to be the chair at the moment, facilitate this process.
Thank you. Joe, do we have a seconder? Jeff did second it, so there you go. Yes, we better check in with John. Are you okay with that, John?
I am okay with it.
Thank you, John. Very much appreciate it. All in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against?
I'm against.
Rick. Carried. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Well, maybe shall we switch places then, John, and you can come here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tilly. So, right, thank you. So I will call for nominations. Sorry. Okay, so I've got the full recommendations. That's the report
Election of chair by Jonathan Gillard, and chief executive officer for the date 21st of November 2023 be received.
I'll move that.
Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Chief. All in favour? Against? Carried. Okay, option 2, the council notes the resignation of Councillor Shortland as chair.
Just
No, sorry, looking for place. No. The time of that is now 10:38, 28th of November.
10:29.
10:29. Oh, sorry, 10:29, sorry.
Yeah. Can we have a mover that we accept that change of time, please?
Yeah, I'll move.
Thank you, Joe. Seconder, please. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, move on to number 3. Oh, all in favour? Thank you. Number 3, that in the event there's more than one nomination for the chairperson to receive, voting system A, as specified in clause 25 of Schedule 7 of the Local Government Act, be used for the election of the chair. Thank you, Rick. Seconder, please. Thank you, Jack. Okay, so now we come to nomination. Oh, all those in favour? Against? Carried. Thank you. So now I will ask for nominations for chair for North Regional Council.
Yeah. Through Chair, I'd like to nominate Jack Craw for chairperson of Northern Regional Council.
Thank you. Yeah. Right, I'll ask for another nomination, please. Thank you, Pooh.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Jeff Crawford.
Do we have a seconder for Jeff Craw?
Yes, I'd like to second.
Okay. Thank you. I'll call for any more nominations, please. Well, that's closed. Well, now we'll have to go to voting system A. So,
No, we can
I'd
talk
like
to
to speak to the motion.
oh, sorry.
So through the chair, can we just clarify the speaking times, please?
The mover of a motion gets 5 minutes. The right of reply of the mover is 3 minutes, and all other members get 3 minutes.
So,
I'm off.
yes.
Right.
Mr. Chair, point of order. Is a speaker allowed to stand during these debates?
I haven't seen anything that is a person from standing.
Kia ora, thank you.
Kia ora tātou. Firstly, I want to acknowledge the stress this unnecessary process has had on staff, and in particular, the stress on our CEO, Jonathan Gillard, for what is effectively a staged takeover of power by a group of councillors that I will henceforth call the Loose Five. Please also note that immediately we were informed of the resignation of the chair of NRC, we contacted Tui to open up lines of communication to understand if she wanted to be nominated to continue as chair. It was disappointing that we could not have this discussion. I, as everybody in this room and on Zoom knows, Jack's motivation over the past 4 years as a Northern Regional Councillor has had only one goal: the continued improvement of sound and sensible environmental outcomes for Northland, its people and the wider environment of Aotearoa. Jack, more than any other councillor, embraces the vision of Northern Regional Council. Our Northland together, I repeat, together, we thrive. Jack has unequivocally embraced the strategic direction of this council, which sets out our mission: working together to create a healthy environment, a strong economy and resilient communities. As Deputy Chair, Jack has often had to stand in for the chair at workshops, meetings and other official engagements. During this time, I have always been impressed by Jack's total commitment to his work and work ethic. I've appreciated his ability to run a fair and unbiased meeting and bring discussions to a sensible, but more importantly, an achievable outcome. And for this, I thank you, Jack. A number of emails and media releases have implied that Jack has not done his job. Once again, I reiterate, for those of you who have been in the room or have been on Zoom or at meetings or functions outside council, when Jack has presided over proceedings, you will all agree that these meetings have run exceptionally well and been conducted in a professional manner with achievable outcomes. In addition, I find the comments from some of the loose five questioning Jack's performance and commitment to Northland unwarranted, unnecessary, and unhelpful. If we are to move the proposed improved environmental outcomes forward for Taitō then we have been working on over the past few years, we need a committed, proven administrator and governor at the helm.
You've had your 5 minutes.
I am just about finished. I implore the loose five to forsake your personal agendas. Think not of yourselves, but of the entire Taitō region. It's not too late to realise this loose and untidy coalition that you have created is untenable, and that the best result today for the people of the environment of Taitō would be to elect Jack Craw as the new chair of
Point of
NRC.
order, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you.
The Speaker exceeds the time allocated for his portion in this debate.
Marty, do you want to reply?
Yeah, I would like to support
And you've got 3 minutes.
what Rick has said. Thank you. Just to reiterate what Rick has said, Jack has been very supportive, absolutely supportive of the chair and the chair's position ever since he's been sitting here. He has also managed to chair or work well in the building, and as Rick says, and being able to uphold the vision and aspirations of the council in absolute control of knowing what the chair does. He knows the building inside and out, having had experience in operations. He knows how to get things done. He is, as Rick says, is getting achievable results and is able to support the staff and are able to achieve that. And he's also a performance guided person. There was no call to depose Tui as chair. There was a call for teamwork and there was a call for better communication. And a call for openness, and actually for a call for the chair to continue as chair. So to call a deposition is a total affront, except I don't know, except whether it be by the other three who have actually collectively joined with Tui and Peter Lucas. I believe Jack is the best person to be chair. He knows the process. I support it. Kia ora.
Mr. Chair, I now would like to use my 3 minutes, if you may.
Thank you, Peter Lucas.
In response to what Rick and Marty say, what I can share is that the truth is like oil. And it doesn't matter how much water you pour on it, it will always rise to the top. And the truth is that Jack Craw was trying to lead a coup d'etat from behind his own front line without the necessary forces to victory. And for that,
My God, that's a lie.
that is the truth. You are welcome to respond to it. That is what I believe. And I believe that is why Jack, Marty, Amy, and Rick are opposed to this suggestion of change, which is occurring because of the lead up to today. And the truth is that there was a meeting on the 1st of November, a strategic reset meeting, which actually was a facilitated session where people could have supported Chair Tui. I have supported Chair Tui from the outset, and I will continue to do so. My interpretation of the events is that there was a growing majority that I interpret to be an attempt of sorts that I describe as a coup, but it was a failed coup. And I will leave it there. Kia ora.
Thank you, Lucas. Who was the second?
So we had Whakamari and Tui and
Tui's got nothing to speak to. Tui, do you want to speak?
Yes, I would. I don't need to stand. Thank you, Chair. I've just prepared a few words. I'm not sure if it's 5 minutes, but you can signal me.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
When I get close to a place. I wholeheartedly endorse Jeff Crawford as the ideal candidate for the position of the new chair of the Northland Regional Council. In our pursuit of progress, unity and sustainable development, Jeff embodies the qualities that we need to lead our region into a brighter and more inclusive future. First and foremost, Jeff is a man of compassion. His genuine concern for the well-being of our community members is evident in his actions and interactions. He has shown time and again that he understands the challenges faced by those living in abject poverty. Jeff is not a distant observer. He lives amongst Māori communities, sharing their experiences, joys and struggles. This deep connection has given him invaluable insights into the needs of our diverse population, making him well equipped to advocate for policies that uplift the most vulnerable amongst us. Jeff's commitment to addressing issues of poverty and inequality is not just rhetoric, it is ingrained in his daily life. His hands-on approach and unwavering dedication to creating positive change make him a leader who will tirelessly work towards a Northland where no one is left behind. Beyond his advocacy and compassion, Jeff brings a wealth of experience to the table. As an award-winning farmer, he understands the intricacies of our region's agriculture and the importance of sustainable practices. His accolades in farming speak volumes about his ability to innovate and adapt, crucial qualities for navigating the challenges of a rapidly changing world. Jeff's expertise in agriculture positions him as a leader who can strike a balance between economic development and environmental preservation, ensuring a harmonious coexistence for generations to come. Moreover, Jeff has demonstrated a unique ability to bring people together. In a time when unity is more critical than ever, Jeff's leadership style fosters collaboration and consensus. He understands the power of collective action and the importance of harnessing the diverse strengths of our community. Under his guidance, I am confident that the Northland Regional Council will see a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to working together for the greater good. In conclusion, Jeff Crawford is not just a nominee for the position of chair. He is a beacon of hope for a Northland that is compassionate, united and thriving. His lived experiences, coupled with his dedication to addressing poverty, award-winning farming prowess and ability to build bridges within our community make him the ideal candidate to lead us into a future that we can all be proud of. I urge each of you to consider the immense potential that Jeff brings to the table and to join me in supporting his candidacy for the position of the new chair. Together, let us embark on a journey towards a Northland that leaves no one behind and embraces a sustainable, inclusive and prosperous future for all. Thank you.
Sure. As a second of motion, Councillor Card, would you like 3 minutes?
Yes, I'd like to say something very brief. Been on this council either as a representative of the Far North District Council or a regional councillor for 19 years. This last year would be the most unproductive as far as outputs of any council term I've been on. I actually want to see stuff getting out of this council building and happening out in our precious Tide Tokerau. And I'm absolutely committed and have absolute confidence in Jeff leading us into that space. I'd like to thank Tui for a really comprehensive assessment of Jeff's ability. And thank you, Jeff. Thank you for standing. And it'll be a privilege to work with you.
Thank you, Councillor Carr. Well,
Council.
Is there any councillors that want to speak? Well, if we don't, I think we need to put it to a vote.
So, point of order, Chair, we do have a reply, but seeing as I went over my time, I will forsake that. I've said everything I need to say.
Thank you, Rick. Okay, so we've got two nominations on the table.
Sorry, it's upside down.
Upside down, yeah. We have Jack Craw and we've got Jeff Crawford. So I'll ask for a show of hands for Jack Craw as Chairman of Regional Council. There's 3, 4. We have 4. 4, please. I'll call for a show of hands for Councillor Jeff Crawford, please. 4, 5. I believe Jeff Crawford.
Yeah.
Vote, so congratulations, Jeff Crawford. Thanks, Jeff. Yep.
I think we just had 5-minute break, if that's all right.
Sure.
And impartially, and according to the best of my skills and judgment, execute and perform in the best interest of the Northern Region the powers, authorities, the duties invested in or imposed upon me as Chairman of the Northern Regional Council. By virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meeting Act 1987, or any other act.
I just think I think you actually very beautifully there. Some kind of cows. Okay. Yeah, it's like big. Yeah. No, I don't go.